What's up YouTube, this is your boy Jay Morel with another video. Today we're going to be working on the Fender. Last video I posted about the Toyota Supra, we were installing wheels on it. So on this video you'll see how to install the passenger side fender, which is damaged. So stay tuned. So installing a fender on the Supra is something I've never done, so you got to bear with me here. It's new to me, so yeah. It doesn't look like it's too hard, but you never know till you start actually doing it. So we're changing this one, we're putting that one on, and let's get to work, guys. Let's get to work. All right, guys, so I am gonna be doing this with one hand, so bear with me. This is what the engine bay looks like. All right, so it's 10 millimeters. Toyota is always usually 10 millimeters. Now there is some rare cases where you would find other things, but you see like right here, it looks like it has a Phillips head screw, so that's one of those annoying cases. So yeah. So let's use this one for now because there are some tight spots here. I don't know what's going on with my voice. So let me finish here, get all these screws off, and I'll get back to you. Okay, this is where it gets a little weird, guys. So there's two bolts right here on the side. That's where it gets a little odd. So I'm gonna see how I can remove those. I already got these all removed. By the way, the Phillips head screw that was there is actually a 10 millimeter as well. Look at it right here. It's also a 10 millimeter. So yeah, pretty much everything is a 10 millimeter. I got this one removed. Just a quick tip, you can get it off with a gun through here. I wouldn't recommend it if you have nice paint, because I did chip my paint here. So if you are going to do that, make sure you're going to repaint your car or something. But if not, then just use one of these guys right here. Don't use the gun because you're gonna mess up your paint. So I'm gonna figure out how I can get this two screws out of there, and I'll get back to you guys, so stay tuned. This fender, it looks like it's never been removed, and it came with some sort of adhesive. So just so you know how I did it, I grabbed one of these knives and I kind of just pried it open. I kept going through it. But yeah, I haven't removed the bumper yet. I kind of just been doing try and error here, seeing how it works. I did remove a whole bunch of screws. I removed all of these. I removed the ones that go in here, and that doesn't seem to work, so I kind of left it on there. There is two screws that go on this side. You got to get in through the back of the fender for you to get to these two screws that are here. Apart from the ones that I had shown you guys earlier, which are these two here, there's two that are like facing this way. They're bolts. They're 10 millimeter as well. So because there's so many screws, I'm guessing there has to be some down here. So I'm gonna figure out how we take this plastic off, and then once I do that, I'm already seeing one. I see one right there. So there should be one or two more around here. I'll get those removed, and then I'll check if there's any on the inside of the door, and we'll go from there. So guys, you're probably gonna say, why didn't you just use this old one? Because if you look at it, it just had that little piece. Um, but in all honesty, guys, you want a project to be well done. These are the kind of things that you don't want to mess up on. And I'll show you what the difference is. If there was a damage here, it'll be easy to repair. But when you have damages on these types of areas where it has to be precise for the fitment to work, I'm not saying it can't be done. I'm just saying it has to be somebody that really knows how to do it. So if you really, like, look at this corner, right? If you look at this corner right here, you can tell there's like few details that you have to get right for the fitment to be 100%. But let's talk about all it took to get this thing out. So first things first, you got to get these two out of here, which are pain in the neck. If you can see, these two broke, so I am gonna have to drill those out and put new ones there. For now, I'm not gonna do that because I gotta take the fender off again. I'm just gonna install it, but eventually I gotta do that. But I like what I'm seeing here. There's no rust. It's dirty, but there's no rust. So, you know, that's always a plus when you don't see rust. I see all the cables that were passed through the bottom here. I guess they were trying to hide them, which is cool. You know, I'm gonna just use a one of those blowers, leaf blowers, and I'm gonna just pass it through here. I don't want to wet it because you don't want to soak things that you're not gonna let dry properly, so that your paint doesn't get damaged and then you get rust. So yeah, everything else looks pretty well. You know, it doesn't look like it has any major things I have to work on, which is great. I think I'm gonna get this door. This door can actually get repaired because it's only this stuff right here. And I know there's a design here, and I was just talking about that. But this specific design is pretty easy. It's just like a little indentation, so anybody can get that done. Anybody that knows. I don't want to just like throw dirt on body shops, but yeah. So let's get this fender on here. By the way, what it took to get this fender off, it took a little bit more than I expected. Apart from these two screws right here, you got to get these two off. There's also a little plate that goes from here to the fender, and there's also a screw that goes right here, which is kind of hard to get to. So just so you know, let's count all the bolts that I have to remove so you kind of know. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If you have a fender cover, that's another step you got to take. I don't know because I didn't have one, but what were we on? 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. This is a bracket that goes under the fender. And also you got to remember, this has some sort of adhesive. I'm not sure if it's a factory thing or whoever, or maybe the fender was replaced before, but there is some sort of adhesive. So if it doesn't come off, that's the reason. This is the little plate that you got to make sure you remove. Boom, it's right there. So yeah, let's get to it. Let me get to install the installation process. Guys, believe it or not, for me to finish this project, it took me, I'll say, approximately 40 minutes. So it wasn't something that easy. I guess it was because I was actually not trying to rush it and do things the right way. But if you're trying to do things the right way, that might happen. And by the way, I haven't finished because there was a lot of things that are broken that I got to get fixed. Like, for example, this side right here is damaged. And if you look at this little piece right here, this little piece, the inside part doesn't have clips. So I have to figure out a way to get it be flush this way. So, you know, stay tuned for that. I got to figure that out. for now, what I'm thinking is just putting the screw that holds her back here, and you know, I don't want to make holes on the side here. That's not something I'm looking forward to. So if I do have to buy this piece brand new, I will. I just kind of wanted to restore it because, you know, it's hard for people to find parts nowadays, and it just sucks that I'll have to get this piece. But yeah, and then I also have to get this fixed correctly. So that's another video. And the bumper has to hold to the new fender, which it should, because this fender is not rusted, and I don't have the bolts for that. But everything else was done flawlessly. I got the lights back on there. It's looking fresh. It's looking mint. So let me get to the washing part. I don't know if I'm gonna record the washing because it's not a channel where I just wash cars, and for some reason there's a lot of videos here of me washing cars. But you know what? You let me know. I'll do this last washing video. If you don't want to see me wash cars no more, let me know, because at the end of the day, we just want to see power, right? So but yeah, the Supra is getting there. I do have to clean the interior, and I haven't gotten to that yet. So let me know if you guys want to see that video. Comment below, guys. Comment below what you want to see on the Supra. Stay tuned.